Processed food was introduced to dogs in World War I.
And there was a biscuit that was made that was able to give them enough protein and energy to be able to sort of do the work they had. And long story short, that process of creating a dry cookie or whatever it might be was then developed, and into the 50s, right? Because up until then in North America, most dogs were rural. They just ate what was on the farm, right? Or leftovers or things like that. But in the 50s, we moved into suburbia and the nuclear family developed, and all of a sudden pets came into our households and not just farm dogs. Companies made it easy for us to feed our pets. Canned food, puppy chow, all those things if you remember back then. Dogs are carrion-eating carnivores. Cats are obligate carnivores. But we've been brainwashed by the big pet food industry to believe that the best way to feed your pet is with a heat-extruded, highly processed, poor ingredient kibble.
Years ago, Tutton's Labrador Max was very sick. He couldn't keep food down, and veterinary testing was coming back inconclusive.
Then one day, my wife, Donna, the president of Back to the Bone and the real driver of us getting into this business, she met a lady, and Donna was really upset, and the lady said, "What's wrong?" And Donna explained the story. And the lady asked us a question no one else asked us: "What are you feeding?" And at the time, we thought we were just feeding the best food we could. We'd go into the big pet box store, find the most expensive kibble, and we'd be on our way. And she says, "You've got to get off that right now. Your dog should be eating raw meat."
At their wits' end, they tried the suggested diet of raw chicken, organ meat, and bone.
Within 5 days, we've got our dog back. He's putting weight on, his poops are small and solid, his coat has a sheen back, and he's back to his normal self.
Tutton has heard similar success stories from his customers time and time again. He explains how, as descendants of wolves, physically, dogs are meant to eat raw.
They're structured to crunch and chew bone and rip and tear. That's how their teeth are structured. Their highly acidic stomach is able to break down muscle meat, bone, organ meat, things like that, and defeat any bad bacteria that might be coming into the stomach. And the lower digestive tract, and that's the golden one there, that if anything bad does get past the stomach into the lower digestive tract, there's no time for bacteria colonization. So any healthy dog is able to get rid of it very quickly, so it doesn't have time to colonize and make them sick.
After seeing the light in 2010, they started Back to the Bone, a raw food pet store in Burlington with a second store in Oakville.
We're really proud of what we do. We have all the products and things, but we spend a lot of time on education, teaching pet owners about proper nutrition for dogs or cats, how to convert them onto a raw diet, and how to set up an ongoing long-term menu plan for their dogs. And we just make it easy for them to do it through Back to the Bone.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.